Good evening, everyone. With the grace of God, once again, under the bannership of HETS, we all are gathered here for this wonderful initiative taken by Dr.Aruna Wadkar. It is the first episode of Learning Lounge Conference, where we are going to hear the voice of our youth to understand the needs and issues of our current world and the ways to find out their solutions. Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions has created a benchmark in the field of transforming education. Dr. Aruna Wadkar, founder and managing director of HETS, believes in real life examples rather than focusing on bookish knowledge. Beyond the boundaries, on the way of learning, she started many programs like online international student exchange program, unheard stories, the intellectual warriors, then mentors meet conference, and now we are here with our new program for the students, Learning Lounge Conference. I know you all are excited, but today on this wonderful occasion, we are delighted to have a very renowned personality, Dr.Seema Negi, chief guest of the day. Dr. Seema Negi is a global goodwill ambassador, director principal, Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai, life coach, happiness coach, and TEDx speaker. She is bestowed with many prestigious national and international awards. Her work is recognized by the World Book of Record UK, Asian World Record, and the Great Indian Book of Records in personal and professional category. I welcome you as a source of inspiration for all of us, ma'am. I also welcome Dr.Shweta Sharma, our student speakers, and other audience present here. Before proceeding for the conference, as per the Indian tradition, let's close our eyes to remember Ma Saraswati, goddess of knowledge, and to get her blessings. Wow, what a mesmerizing moment with the blessings of Pa Saraswati. कहीं है प्रेम, कहीं आदर, तो कहीं विनम्रता है. अतिथि है ईश्वर तुल्य, नहीं कोई इसे परखता. पूजनीय है जहां गुरु और है माता पिता भी. हर बचपन है मासूम और कल की शान भी. ये देश के हैं निर्माता और है देश भी इन्हीं से. बचाना है भविष्य, समझना समझाना सब इन्हीं से, सब इन्हीं से. With the same feel, now I would like to start this conference. But before that, I would like to invite the members of HETS Youth League, So over to you, Rasleen, for the next announcement.
Thank you, ma'am. I have had a wonderful journey in HETS since 2020, and I have learned a lot from the Managing Director of HETS, Dr. Aruna Wadkar, and my other mentors. HETS, Harvest Education Transformation Solutions, is registered with MSME, Government of India in May 2017, ISO 9001 2015 certified. Another progressive turn with the launch of HES Pratishtha India Trust NGO Foundation in 2021, where HES aspires to empower women, children, and people across all genders, academic dropouts, through education, develops knowledge, skill development, educational and corporate training, improving employability scope, assessment, and counseling projects. HETS is an education consulting and service company exclusively dealing with end to end education service provider pan India. Our team works with the educational institutions in planning, developing, and managing educational institutions that meets their vision, mission, and goals. HETS has more than a decade of experience setting up and running schools and preschools across the country. Transformation can happen only through focus and passion apart from learning, teaching, and leadership. I'm feeling proud to share that the true spirit behind such transformations is present among us. She is none other than Dr. Aruna Wadkar ma'am. Dr. Aruna Wadkar ma'am is the founder and managing director of HETS, Harvest Education Transformation Solutions. She is the founder and chairperson of HETS Pratishtha India Trust and the resource person of Indianka Learning Private Limited Britannica. Ma'am, may I request you to give your blessings with your motivating words and allow the conference to be opened?
Thank you so much, Rasleen, and good evening to one and all present on this platform. And it's my pleasure to be, coming on, inviting you all on this platform. And yes, as Rasleen said, we are one among the educational sector where we impart education. But as of now, as we were into K-12, we have moved on to the soft skill training into colleges. We have been connected with, in Bangalore, we have connected with a couple of colleges where I go ahead and conduct the personality development courses. So our horizon is widening, and slowly and gradually we are making it happen. So it's a pleasure with all of you. We are able to make it, and definitely my team who are the strength. And I should say, Dr. Anuroop, Dr.Seema Negi, Dr. Suganti Narayan, all of them are a very supporting team. Dr. Neeta Matre, and again, the new for us, Dr.Shweta Sharma has also joined HETS. So with all of them, we were able to do it. And yesterday, we had conducted the SDG goal earlier, Sustainable Development Goals, which was a really big success. I mean, in 2021, if I'm right, Dr. Seema. And Dr. Seema was the one who took it forward, and we had almost 75 to 80 schools participating, and we had a program for almost 17 to 20 days, the culmination part and the award part, and it was amazing. We had so many students participate, and that was amazing. So here, Learning Lounge Conference, we have launched today. And yes, that is because we want the children to come down to this platform to where the learning happens, and not only the conference of Sustainable Development Goals that we have started, but also there would be a couple of workshops that could be conducted by all the educators here every Saturday or on a Sunday based on the availability of our children, because they need to learn. If they are on our platform, they need to learn quite a bit. So slowly and gradually, we are charting out the calendar to go ahead and bring in all these benefits who all are the member of HETS Youth League Association. And it's always a proud moment for me when I talk about HETS and when I get support from people who are real educators and they give they shake hands to come forward. And also, recently we have Dr. Shariar Pervez from Bangladesh. We have signed up an MOU for the benefit and upliftment of the youth as well. So he's not among us today. We had invited, but he is, somehow for some personal reasons, he's not here. So we would be working on a broader horizon where we could uplift and give more to the youth so that they become the real youth of our future country. So yes, so today with our Learning Lounge conference, and I declare the conference open, and let us know what are the first 4 sustainable development goals that our students would be speaking on. Thank you so much, Dr. Anuroop Kaur. Thank you. Yes, Rasleen, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your words are always motivating. We are blessed to have a mentor like you. Now, let's proceed with our first episode of the Learning Lounge conference with our special guest, Dr. Shweta ma'am, a dedicated teacher for more than 5 years of experience in the field of education. She is PhD in botany and a very positive person with an enthusiastic outlook on life. Students love to be in her company. She promotes experiential and skill based learning. I strongly believe that she will be a great support for the students in today's conference. Over to you, Shweta ma'am.
Thank you, Rasleen. I think I am audible.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, good evening, everyone. It's an honor for me to be here with you all today. So, today we are here to discuss about SDG goals. They are to end poverty and inequality, protect the planet to ensure that all the people enjoy health, justice, and prosperity. The Sustainable Development Goals or Global Goals are a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people. The SDGs were set up in 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly and are intended to be achieved by 2030. Economic growth, social development, and environment protection are the 3 pillars of sustainable development goals. Sustainability has different meaning for different contexts. For example, while developed countries are grappling with the lifestyle sustainability, the developing countries are tackling issue for livelihood sustainability. So, to discuss the goals today, we have 4 speakers with us. First, Ms. Rasleen Kaur, a multi-talented young girl. She is overall coordinator of HETS Youth League She studied in grade 8 of Oxford School, Canada. She will speak about SDG Goal 1, No Poverty. Second, Master Vyom Sharma. He is a focused child studying in class 6. He likes to read books, play badminton, and he loves to explore about space and spacecrafts. He will speak about SDG Goal 2, Zero Hunger. Next will be Ms. Naisha Sethi. He is the new name in the world of author. She is in grade 9. She is very creative and hardworking girl. She loves to explore new things and always ready to learn new things. She will speak about SDG Goal 3, Good and Well. Ayush has recently passed class 12th last year, and as of now, he's going to take admission in an IT. He has interest in astronomy and computers and has decent speaking skill. He will speak about SDG Goal 4, quality education. So now it's time to see the presentation prepared by Rasleen. So over to you, Rasleen, now.
No stone field flowers, for love of you so walk, faster than the fear that follows you like footprints. They repeat as you repeat, words until they form a prayer, let the sun beat. Down its fat old heart, bring another day to its knees. There's nothing left to carry but your voice. Hello everyone, I'm Rasleen Kaur, and today I'm going to talk about the SDG goal number 1. But before that, I would like to tell you that voice of every person matters a lot for the country because growth of every country depends on 3 things: accumulation of capital stocks, labor inputs, and technological advancement. Let's learn more about it. What is capital accumulation? Capital accumulation refers to an increase in assets from investments or profits and is one of the building blocks of a capitalist economy. In simple terms, it means the growth in wealth. Another is labor input. Labor input is measured as either the number of workers employed or the number of hours they work during a given time period. Next, what is technological advancement? A technological advancement is an attempt at extending or further understanding the underlying science used to develop latest materials, devices, products, or processes. The pandemic era has made us all advanced with the technology and hence is the perfect example for technological advancement across the globe. Sustained economic growth increases average incomes and is strongly linked to poverty reduction. But what is the root of poverty? What are some of the causes that people experience poverty? Firstly, inadequate access to clean water and nutritious food. Currently, there are more than 2 billion people who don't have access to clean water at home, while over 800 million suffer from hunger. You might think that poverty causes hunger and prevents people from accessing clean water, and for sure that is true. But hunger and water insecurity are also big reasons why people struggle to escape extreme poverty. If a person doesn't get enough food, they simply don't have the strength and energy needed to work. Lack of access to food and clean water can also lead to preventable illness like diarrhea. And when people must travel far distances to clinics or spend what little money remains on medicine, it drains already vulnerable populations of money and assets and can knock a family down from poverty. Secondly, little or no access to livelihood or jobs is definitely one of the reasons that without a job or a way to make money, people will face poverty. Another major reason is conflict. Conflict can cause poverty in several ways. Large scale protected violence that we see in places like Syria can bring society to a halt, destroy infrastructure, and cause people to flee, forcing families to sell or leave behind all their assets, leading to people below poverty line. Apart from this, Inequality plays an important part in supporting no poverty. There are many different types of inequality in the world, from economic to social inequalities like gender, caste system, or tribal affiliations. But no matter the inequality, it generally means the same thing: unequal or no access to the resources needed to keep or lift a family out of poverty. Poor education, climate change, lack of infrastructure, limited capacity of the government, and lack of reserves are also some of the reasons why we see poverty around. Everyone in the country has a right to live happily, whether it is about health, about poverty, or about anything. Everyone has right to enjoy their lives. The SDG Goal 1, established by UN, motives on no poverty. I'd like to stress on its mission to end poverty in all its form everywhere. What does it mean? If we look at the present situation, there are many in the world who have no place to live, who have no food to eat, who don't have many basic facilities, who don't have any job. Or what's the reason behind this? As already stated above, it is poverty. Only one person cannot control poverty. But yes, if we look into it, we can support and try to fight together. We will be able to succeed at least 30% of poverty and will be able to reach the heights, reach the level where exactly we want to achieve till 2030. We are the youth, we are the future. I'm going to talk about what the youth can do in 1.1 target of goal number 1. I am in class 8, but yes, whatever I know, I can pass that to others. So, what can we do? We can spread awareness among the uneducated people so that they can learn. They can go to different fields. If we make poor children learn, they will get a bright future and will be able to get jobs. Then they will end their poverty that they experienced in their childhood. We can help them with some basic facilities. If they will get those facilities, they will get chance to change their lives for good. They will be able to make and arrange something for future. We can donate clothes, food, and other items. If we want to see no poverty in the world, we have to take a step forward. It will only be possible if we start from now. And secondly, many people discriminate poor people. But why do they think that? Because there is a mindset of people in the world. The world is full of stereotypes. Just think about it. Aren't the humans like you? Don't they have any right to live happily? Just for a second, if you were at their place, can you imagine that? No. And there's a need to change your mindset. No one will come to you to change your brain. If you want a better world, you yourself need to do that. If you want a happy world, change your mindset. Don't discriminate them. Help them. Help them enable their talent. Help them express their inner ability. We can't do many things, but the government and adults can do a lot. You know the reality. The reality time has gone now. Now, you need to tell them and be the voice to help poor people. Educate them. The first two targets of SDG Goal 1, that are 1.1, eradicate extreme poverty for all people everywhere, currently measured as people living on less than $1.25 a day, and 1.2, reduce at least by half the proportion of men, women, and children of all ages living in poverty in all its dimensions according to national definitions. So, we must take action and try to decrease the poverty. So, let's take a pledge that we will stand together and achieve the SDG Goal 1, no poverty, by 2030. Thank you. I hope you all will surely take action and support each other.
Wonderful, Rasleen. It was amazing. Thank you so much. Now, moving ahead, we have Master Vyom Sharma to speak about SDG Goal 2.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Shweta ma'am. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you
Please
are.
allow,
Yes.
please allow me to share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, you are visible and audible too. Please start.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Vyom Sharma. I'm 11 years old and I'm studying in 6th standard in Central School, Ghaziabad. For those who are not aware about Ghaziabad, it's an adjoining city of New Delhi and is the part of the National Capital Region of India. As you may be aware that United Nations system consists of 6 principal organs of United Nations and UN General Assembly or UNGEA happens to be one of them. In 2015, UNGNA came up with Sustainable Development Goals SDGs. These are also known as global goals. SDGs are a collection of these 17 interlinked global goals and are designed to be a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet, now and into the future. SDGs are intended to be achieved to be by the year 2030. Now, friends, coming to my today's topic, that is SDGs goal number 2, zero hunger. Under the Sustainable Development Goals, zero hunger by all means places a higher importance on areas such as to end hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. Friends, let's try to understand why UN had to make zero hunger as one of the global goals. You will be amazed to know that as per UN's report in 2017, 10% of world's population was undernourished, and of these, nearly 1 in 3 lack regular access to adequate food. The situation got worse during the recent pandemic. Further, Asia accounted for two-thirds of world's hungry. Over 151 million under 5 were still stunned. Of these, 90 million children are dangerously underweight. Zero Hunger Goal compromises of 8 individual targets, 5 of which explain what we want to achieve, 3 that explain how we aim to achieve it, referred to as the means of implementation.
Vyom, your screen is, it's just showing the first screen. Do you want to move the screen to show the slides?
It's correct, ma'am.
Okay, all right.
First is to end hunger and ensure access by all people, in particular the poor people. The poor and the people in vulnerable situations, including infants, to safe, nutritious, and sufficient food all year round. Second is to end all forms of malnutrition, including achieving targets on stunting and wasting in children under 5 years of age, and address the nutritional needs of adolescent girls, pregnant and lactating women, and older persons. Third is to double the agricultural productivity and incomes of small scale food producers, in particular women. indigenous peoples, family farmers, and fishers, including through the secure and equal access to land, other productive resources and inputs, knowledge, financial services, markets, and opportunities for value addition and non farm employment. Fourth is to ensure sustainable food production systems and implement resilient agricultural practices that increase productivity and production, that help maintain ecosystems, that strengthen the capacity for adaptation to climate change, extreme weather, drought, flooding, and other diseases, that progressively improve land and soil quality. Fifth is to maintain genetic diversity of seeds, cultivated plants, and farmed and domesticated animals and their related wild species, including through soundly managed and diversified plant banks at the national, regional, and international levels, and promote access to and fair, equitable sharing benefits arising from the utilization of genetic resources and associated traditional knowledge. Now, coming to the means of implementation. First is to increase investment in rural infrastructure, agricultural research, and extension services, technology, technology development, and plant and livestock gene banks in order to enhance agricultural productive capacity in development countries. Next is to correct and prevent trade restrictions and distortions in world agricultural markets, including through the parallel elimination of all forms of agricultural export, subsidy, subsidies, and all export measures. Last is to adopt measures to ensure proper functioning of food, commodity markets, and their derivatives and facilitate timely access to market information, including on food reserves, in order to help limit extreme food price volatility. As per the reports, the world is not on track to achieve zero hunger by 2030. The signs of increasing hunger and food insecurity are a warning that there is considerable work to be done and make sure the world leaves no one behind on the road towards a world with zero hunger. On this platform, let us make a pledge today that we all will make efforts to eradicate hunger by taking all necessary steps. I would like to thank you all for patient listening. I would also like to show my gratitude to the organizers for convening such a thought-provoking and lively event. Thank you all once again and have a great day ahead.
Fantastic. You really shared fabulous idea with all of us. Now, next will be Miss Naisha. Over to you.
Please make me the host for sharing.
Sure.
I hope the screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes.
Greetings, everyone. Today, I and Aisha Sethi will be talking about SDG number 3, which is good health and well being. Good health and well being are one of the sustainable development goals. It is the goal that all have to work towards because it is important for our physical and mental well being. Achieving good health and well being isn't easy for everyone, and some people face more challenges than others when it comes to staying healthy. But all people can take steps to improve their health. Health is not just about avoiding illness or disease. It is also about the feeling well, enjoying our lives, and having the ability to do what we want when we want. Unfortunately, not everyone can have good health or enjoy a good quality of life. Illness and poverty are the biggest causes of poor health in today's society. Human resource. We need to take care of human resource. It is one of the most important resources. Everything is useless if we do not know how to use them, and without humans, this would not be possible. A healthy and active population is a key of sustainable development agenda. It is association it is associated with improved life expectancy and reduced mortality, higher economic growth and improved productivity and efficiency within the workforce. Active populations can also play an important role in reducing poverty and promoting social inclusion by reducing the isolation, building resilience to stress, and facilitating social cohesion, providing safe, accessible, and affordable environments for physical activity, and ensuring comprehensive coverage in health financing system that are both essential for countries to achieve this goal. A healthy population ensures a good economy and productivity, thus contributes towards the achievement of other goals such as education, employment, and economic growth. Unfortunately, global health is far from where it should be, and many millions are still dying every year from preventable diseases. This makes this issue even more important to be raised. The good news is that there is a lot we can do to help people stay healthy and enjoy a good quality of life. Everyone is responsible for achieving this goal, and it can only be accomplished through collective effort and partnership. Government policies, health services, and other programs all play an important part in improving people's health. But each person must take responsibility for their own health and well being too. Mental health. Mental health is also a major challenge in terms of social inclusion globally, with depression being the single largest contributor to the burden of disability and illness worldwide. The World Health Organization estimates that depression will be the leading cause of diseases and burden by 2030. A focus on mental health is therefore essential if we are to meet the global targets set out in the SDGs. We need to invest in prevention as well as treatment and research so that we can find new ways to tackle the mental health challenges we are facing. Innovative approaches are needed to provide care for those most in need. In general, youth today is now facing such problem with mental health. By always sitting on the screen and not sharing their feelings with anyone can lead to mental illness, which is not right and we need to stop it. Thank you. That is it for today. But on this platform, we need to raise this issue and realize that why mental health and well being is very important. Because if we are not healthy, then we cannot provide, we are not resourceful to our country. And we are not providing in the global GDP or anywhere. It is important for us to be healthy, to be resourceful, to work, and it is important for ourselves to be healthy. Thank you.
You are awesome, Naisha. Good health being is really important. Proceeding ahead, we have another speaker, Ayush Wat, to share about SDG Goal 4. Over to you, Ayush.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
So, good evening, everyone. I am Ayush Vats from HETS Youth League Association, here to present my views and talk on the UN SDG 4, that is quality education. So, let us begin by understanding the need for sustainable development goals. The world has changed dramatically in the last 2 decades, but there are four shifts that are particularly serious. Firstly, we are closer than ever to eradicating extreme poverty. Secondly, human societies are causing more damage than ever to the planet and to the environment. Thirdly, inequality among and between countries is increasing. Finally, governance is becoming more complex, especially with the growing influence of technology. Let us have a look at some facts. Today, more than 1 billion people live in extreme poverty, that is less than $1.25 a day. 8 men, the top 8 men, have as much wealth as the bottom half of the population. Today, about 263 million children and youth are out of school, including 61 million children of primary school age. In 2017, youth were almost 3 times more likely than adults to be unemployed, that is 12.8%. Today's problems will escalate quickly and dangerously if we do not urgently and radically change course. The Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, give us a plan to fight these challenges. Ban Ki-moon, the United Nations Secretary General from 2007 to 2016, has stated in a November 2016 press conference that we don't have a plan B because there is no planet B. This thought has guided the development of the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. So, what are the Sustainable Development Goals? The Sustainable Development Goals, or global goals, are a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet now and into the future. The SDGs were set up in 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, and are intended to be achieved by 2030. The 17 SDGs include no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, etc. Though the goals are broad and interdependent, 2 years later, the SDGs were made more actionable by a UN resolution adopted by the General Assembly. The resolution identifies specific targets for each goal, along with indicators that are being used to measure progress towards each target. Moving further, how does quality education fit into the picture? Education liberates the intellect, unlocks the imagination, and is fundamental for self-respect. It is the key to prosperity and opens a world of opportunities, making it possible for each of us to contribute to a progressive and healthy society. Learning benefits every human being and should be available to all. Whatever progress our society has made whatever progress our society has made over the centuries is because of education. Being the foundation stone of society, education brings reforms, helps in progress, and paves way for innovation. The importance of quality education cannot be undermined in a society, which is why great personalities have extensively written on its need in a civilized society. It is because of education that humans have been able to explore the vastness of the universe and mystery of its existence in atoms. Education International, a Belgium based organization, defines quality education as one that focuses on the social, emotional, mental, physical, and cognitive development of each student, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, or geographic location. It prepares the child for life and not just for testing. Quality education not only prepares a student for a job, but also develops the overall personality of an individual. In the case of children, it aims at the complete upbringing, where morals and ethics are taught as a part of the curriculum and help them live a healthy lifestyle. This makes me remember a quote. The aim of education is the knowledge, not of facts, but of values. The United Nations understand the supremacy of education for a brighter and prosperous future, and is therefore of the consensus that quality education, and not merely education, should be a reality for all. In its Sustainable Development Goals, the UN has identified quality education as a major goal to ensure the transformation of the world by 2030. By quality education, the UN implies equitable and standard education for all that will promote lifelong learning and the urge to gather knowledge. Inclusivity and equitability are the foundations to be upheld in quality education and not a greater literacy rate. This is a revolutionary approach to understanding education and making it the means of changing the world. So, what are the targets of quality education? Here are some of the targets that the UN has set for 2030 in this section. By 2030, ensure that there is free primary and secondary education for boys and girls for effective learning outcomes. By 2030, ensure that both girls and boys have access to quality early development and pre-primary education. Ensure equal access to affordable and quality technical, vocational, and tertiary education. Increase the number of people, both youth and adults, who have relevant skills for employment, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Expand higher education scholarships for developing countries. Increase the supply of qualified teachers in developing countries. In the end, I would like to share on what we can do on our level. First of all, we need to take initiative. We are the youth of the nation, and it is our responsibility to make more people aware about the importance of quality education for everyone. Second, we need to talk to the parents of people around us who are not sure about the primary or higher education of the children and make them understand that it's important. Along with this, we all can take part in the initiatives of organizations like HETS that help empower teachers and students with quality learning and skills and help spread the message further. To sum it all up, I would like to quote that education is not the answer to the question, but it is the means to answer all questions. Thank you for listening to me. I hope that you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Ayush. Incredible. I was amazed with your thoughts. So now moving to the next round, let me ask my first question to Rasleen. Rasleen, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Rasleen, what do you think? What kind of problem do poor peoples have?
Yes, ma'am. There are a lot of struggles faced by the poor people. As some are like they cannot meet their daily expenses, they cannot get nutritious diet, and sometimes they have to sleep hungry without eating the food. They cannot afford to send their kids at school, and hence the kids remain uneducated, which continues the cycle of poverty. Apart from that, they lack the access to healthcare and have to stay in unsafe neighborhoods because of homelessness.
I strongly agree with you, Rasleen. Moving further, I would like to ask my next question from Master Vyom. So, Master Vyom, at your level, how
Mama couldn't listen your question. Can you please repeat it?
Yeah, sure. At your level, Vyom, how are you going to deal with the problem of zero hunger?
Thank you, ma'am. In my opinion, there are 4 to 5 ways to achieve it. First, we can practice a healthy diet. That is, we eat healthily in a moderate way and not eat more than what our body actually needs. Second, we should donate extra stocks from our houses, warehouses, or food businesses, or who food to those who in need, focuses on school children and marginalized groups. Third, we should follow a food plan whenever we shop. So when we actually need to consume and no extra food goes to waste when it expires. Fourth, the logistics of food supply across the world should be also improved to ensure food gets to the people that need it the most efficiently. Lastly, improving and increasing quality and production of agriculture. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful answer, Vyo. Proceeding ahead, now it's turn of Naisha. Naisha, I would like to know from you. Naisha, over to you.
Mom, your voice was cracking. Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, sure, Naisha. Naisha, my question is, how can we maintain the level of good health and well-being?
Thank you for the question, Mom. At a personal level, it's very simple to maintain good health and well being. For example, maintaining basic hygiene and using hygienic products, making sure that the environment you are living in is clean. And whenever you're having symptoms of any disease, don't be afraid to consult someone, whether doctor or an adult, especially for the youth, to get to have a break from the screen time and connect with nature. And whenever you're feeling some burden in yourself, do not store it within you. Share it with someone for your mental health being. Mental health is also important for your well-being, and you need to open up to others to solve it, because what can't be shared would not be cured by anyone. Thank you.
Very insightful, Naisha. Next in the line, I would like to ask Ayush, why quality education is important, Ayush?
Uh, that is a very good question, ma'am. First of all, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Firstly, in the normal sense, in the general sense that people receive education, it is always focused on some sense of testing. Every student that aims to learn something, he or she aims to learn it so that he can perform well in a test. Well, quality education does not focus on testing only. In fact, it does not focus on testing at all. It focuses on the development of the child. It focuses on the values that a child gets, how he receives it, and the overall growth of a child. That is why quality education is the means to take our civilization to the next level, to promote everyone to grow and be better at every circle of our life. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush. It was great listening to you all. I hope views shared by you will be useful for many others. With your beautiful thoughts, it is a very much clear that it is the need of the hour to sustain our for our aware too. Now, today we have a renowned educationist among us, Dr. Seema Negi. I am privileged to welcome ma'am to share her views and give her valuable thoughts on the topic of SDG goals. Dear ma'am, please come forward to share your views with all of us.
Good evening, everyone, and to all the empowered youth who is sitting here. You know, listening to you gave me so much of hope for a better future, because we always have to remember that we have not inherited this planet from our ancestors, but we have borrowed it from our younger generation, from our youth. And if we have youth like you who thinks in that manner, then I think somewhere down the line, your educators, your parents, and your society has really done a good job with you. The best part about each one of you, when you spoke about your goal, right from goal number 1 to goal number 4, you gave the solutions which can be implemented, and implemented by youth like you. So, when we speak on any of the platform, when the solutions are doable, definitely we can move forward. If the solutions are just something that is copy paste from Google, then we come, we deliberate, and we go. But the best part, what I like about all the 4 goals, you have given the solution that you can do. And you are the power. Youth is the power. The SDG slogan is leave no one behind. And that is what we want to achieve by 2030. We need to ensure that we are not leaving anyone behind, whether it's about your hunger or it's about education or it's about any goal. Today we have deliberated on 4 goals. Maybe some other day it will be other goals. But the main and important point is, are you really willing to take it forward and make a difference? The day each one of you will make a difference in one child's life or one person's life also, I think this platform, the motive that this platform has, and for the motive you have deliberated, it will be successful. I really want to thank Dr. Aruna Wadkar for bringing this platform and bringing the youth. Youth is the power. I again and again say this thing. So you are the voice and you have the choice. If your voice takes these SDGs as a choice, I'm sure this will be a much better place for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your words of wisdom. We are blessed to have you with us today on this platform, ma'am. Now, may I request the chief guest, Dr. Seema Negi, and the founder, the managing director of HETS, Dr. Aruna Wadkar, and along with the chief management officer to witness the first book launch of Miss Naisha Sethi. I request Ms. Rasleen to share the screen with everyone for the same. Over to you, Rasleen.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request Chief Guest to launch the book written by Miss Naisha Sethi? I request Dr. Seema Negi, ma'am, to allow Miss Naisha to unwrap the book in front of everyone.
So, Naisha, this big moment for you, right? This is the moment you might be waiting for. And it is a moment of great pride for me when we launch a book of such a young person, right? Your experience, your thought, your views, your perspective. And the best part is the beautiful name that you have given to your book. So please unwrap the book. Please show the world the beautiful book that reads An Evening of Enigma by none other than Naisha. Naisha, heartiest congratulations for writing such beautiful book.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Here comes from the young author. Beautiful. A must read for everyone, whosoever is watching us today. Please read it because young voice has something much better to say. And if we go ahead with youth voice, somewhere each one of us will make a difference.
And
Thank you, ma'am.
yes, Naisha, let me tell all of you, it's already on Amazon. And maybe Naisha can share the link in the chat where if anybody wants to or share the link so that the students get motivated to buy and learn the basic step of being an author. And nothing gives that motivation when you start with the basic and you never know when you end up with the bigger platform. So yes, that is what. And we are collaborated with Pachyderm Tales and collaborating with them, and they have really helped us to bring up this book. And yes, kudos to you, Naisha, for your effort and the understanding of what it is, the importance of writing a book. Where I know that Dr. Lakshmi Priya would have definitely given it to you. And kudos to you. God bless you. Thank you so much.
So Naisha, I would like to know one thing from you for the benefit of the larger audience. What made you write the book and what was the propelling force behind that?
I always wanted to write. I was very keen to write, and I was always interested in literature. But I wanted to write something that was thought provoking and which had some value to it. And during the pandemic, when I got this opportunity, that time we saw that all the materialism was nothing. What human we realized the real importance of humans and what we were doing from past. And that time a realization stuck that is our future. The way we depleted the natural resources, the previous generations, what will happen to us? It is the youth's responsibility to take care of our planet and the way forward for our future. So that motivated me to write a book for the youth to learn and be to make them aware that this is our planet. We need to take care of it. Because if youth won't take care of it, then who will? Who will suffer? We will suffer. So that is why.
Wonderful. So, for the youth, by the youth, with the youth. Definitely. So, this reminds me of one Greek quote which says, when the last tree is cut down, the last fish eaten, and the last stream poisoned, you will realize that you cannot eat money. And I think this is the moment of realization that we know that all of us together, we have to make a difference. And Dr. Aruna Wadkar, HETS is definitely making a difference by empowering the youth.
Thank you. Thank you. So we would definitely share a few pages right now of the book so we can just witness and, we can just pass on the message to everybody so that this book can be bought by on the Amazon. And Naisha, put on the link on the chat so that everybody can see. And congratulations, this is the certificate of achievement and you deserve it, right? Great. Good job.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, Raslin, can we show, the scripts of the pages of the book?
Thank you, Naisha. The book Evening of Enigma is a collaboration of HETS and Patchy Tales, which is full of emotions, fear, and some assumptions. It tells the story of Sophie, a strange young adult whose only mission is to educate her friends on the evils of wasting natural resources. She beautifully narrates this world in the form of colorful worlds. With clear dialogues, she expresses her feelings in different styles. Let me share a few pages of this book with you. This is a poem written by her. When I look up in the sky, I wish that I could be a rocket and soar so high. I go far to space, to the moons and to the stars that I face. I feel so excited and magical for this vast space, and I'm so fanatical. I wish to live in my dream, traveling so fast like a light beam. In excitement, I loudly scream. And this is the another page. Well, let me tell you the first impression I got seeing Sophie for the first time. I noticed that her eyes were beautiful, green in color, just like a green lake or green emerald. She had a she had curly hair like the sea waves and was wearing a beautiful necklace with a flower on it. Congratulations, Naisha, once again for launching your book. Over to you, Shweta ma'am, for the next certificate.
Naisha has to tell something.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for this moment and everyone who helped me make this book successful.
Thank you, dear. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Rasleen, for sharing the book and its summary with all of us. Now, again, I request our dignitaries to present another certificate of achievement that goes to Miss Rasleen for completing her internship with Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Shweta ma'am, for sharing this certificate. I'm feeling delighted and thankful to Dr.Aruna Wadkar ma'am for giving me this opportunity to learn and raising high by learning different skills. And now it's time for me to share that we have many more new achievements. Recently, Dr. Aruna ma'am has been appointed as Honorable Chief Advisor by the Global Child Mission India. And the next award that goes to her is Honor of the Inspirational, the Leader for Inspiring Leadership and Idols of Peace. Global Child Mission India conferred her with the title of Social Service Warrior. She was also bestowed with the Global Education Excellence Award in November 2021. She was named the Teacher Inspirer in a language learning and cultural exchange project. She was presented the Certificate of Appreciation for sharing her views on Explore India interview series. She shared her valuable knowledge as a keynote speaker in a webinar on Seed Talk 2022, Series 5 Emotional Intelligence. She received the Most Influential, Inspiring, Iconic Woman of the Universe Award 2022 from IDYM Group of Companies. She also added one more feather in her cap by receiving the Most Influential of the Year 2022 from Education Research and Innovation for Sustainable Development. Congratulations, ma'am, for all these achievements.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You are truly an inspiring icon for all of us. Now, it's time for the distribution of certificates. We are really thankful to a very pleasing personality among us. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us as a chief guest.
Thank you so much. I had a very empowering and enlightening evening listening to all of you.
Now, the next goes to Dr. Shweta, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your good support.
Thank you, Raslin, and I'm very glad to be the part of this organization. Thank you so much.
Now, the next goes to Dr. Anuroop ma'am for conducting the first episode of Learning Lounge Conference as a mentor and moderator. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Raslin. And thank you, Dr. Aruna ma'am, Dr. Seema ma'am, to be here and witness this first episode. Thank you very much, all of you.
And now it's time for me to give certificates to the speakers. If the first certificate goes to Ayush Vats for sharing his views and presenting the Sustainable Development Goal for Quality Education. And the next goes to Ms. Naisha Sethi for sharing her views on goal number 3, good health and well-being. Thank you for sharing your views. And the next one is for Master Vyom Sharma for sharing his views and presenting the Sustainable Development Goal 2, Zero Hunger. And
the next certificate goes to Miss Raslin, who is here with her pretty smile, inspiring everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me an opportunity to present my views on the SDG goal number 1. With this, I now pass upon Dr.Aruna Wadkar, ma'am, to conclude this event with her blessings.
Thank you so much, Raslin. And yes, it was really a pleasure amidst all of you. And each one of you had beautiful pointers that you put across. And as Dr. Seema Negi said, that the youth is an inspiration for the beautiful future that we can create. And yes, solution. When we talk about solutions, it has to be implemented rather than just a talk. We need to really implement them, at least if not across the globe or to the nation, in your neighborhood, wherever, whatever we can, we should be implementing them. Very, very important. It should not be just in talks, but we should try to do more. And my thanks and gratitude to Dr. Seema Negi for honoring this evening on our platform and encouraging our Youth League Association members to come up with more thoughts, more activities, and more books, I should say. Thank you so much, Dr. Seema Negi. And thank you, Dr. Shweta Sharma, for taking this program forward and being a host, wonderful host for us today. And yes, Dr. Anuroop Kaur, not to be, left behind. She is the main lead lamp, a torch lamp for all the programs that we conduct. And yes, we all are busy in our own world and we do a lot of work, but then she spares time and does most of our programs on HETS, and she is the inspiration to HETS, Harvest Education Transformation Solutions. And it's our pleasure to have you with us, Dr. Anuroop. And
My pleasure, ma'am.
And all my young students here, Rasleen, you are amazing. You are open to learning, open to explore, open to learn, get to know more. And the way you present all the programs on HETS and other platforms as well. Like yesterday, I attended your CWG program, and even that was organized and hosted by you. Very, very amazingly done. Kudos to you. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Naisha, definitely you are an asset because your thought, I see a lot of difference in Naisha, the way she has changed, the way she talks, the way she presents. It's really a huge change from what I have seen when she joined HETS. And kudos to you, Naisha. Keep it up. Learning never stops. Once you stop learning, then you are, you're stagnant. You need to follow the change that is required as and when required. Keep it up. And once again, God bless you for the wonderful book that you have written. Keep it up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And yes, Ayush, thank you so much. Though he's very new to our organization, but yes, you are amazing. Very mature thoughts that you put across on the quality education, which is much needed. And I would definitely want you to spread this word across that there is a lot more to do, lot more to explore, lot more to get to the youngsters, what we can do and how we can eradicate the minus points of the quality education and bring it up more. And the last but not the least,
Thank you,
Vyom, the little boy. Yes, you had put across beautiful thoughts. And yes, you need not be nervous at all. You can definitely do much better and you can definitely come up with more thoughtful. I really admire with such young age, you are able to present and slowly you would definitely learn what is awaiting for you and what is that you can do more. And kudos to you as well. Thank you so much. And yes, thank you, Mr. Sunil, that to be on this platform till from the beginning to the end. Thank you so much. Maybe we can, if you are on video, it will be, all of them would be able to view you. That would be great. And thank you so much for being with us.
We can have the feedback from sir too.
Yes. Any thoughts that you would like to share, Mr. Sunil?
Okay, ma'am, it was wonderful to listen some of the young minds. Actually, the young minds are waiting for their future and they know the difficulties of the day and what will happen tomorrow. They have some of the solution with them, and with their solution, if implemented, as you said, definitely we can change the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, once again, I am very thankful to each one of you present here. And I would like to, my gratitude to everyone. Thank you so much. We can take a screenshot of everyone here. So that would be really a good one that we can have as a memory of 20th November 2022. Just wait. I think Mr. Sunil Dutt would be coming in. Yeah. Thank you. I think you're not visible. I mean, you need to adjust your video. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Ayush. Thank you so much. So, Rasli, we can end that.